world is watching Asia, but it's not looking closely enough. Behind the rise of global powers and booming economies, there's a quiet force gathering strength. A nation often underestimated, but never out of the game. That nation is the Philippines. For decades, the Philippines has stood at the crossroads of history, rich in culture, blessed with natural abundance, and carried by the spirit of its people. But now, something deeper is shifting. It's no longer just about potential. It's about momentum. Across its 7,000-plus islands, a new energy is rising. In bustling cities, young Filipinos are building startups that reach beyond borders. In rural communities, innovation is lighting homes and connecting villages once isolated. Overseas, millions of Filipinos are gaining skills, influence, and capital, and they're bringing it back home. While many nations are aging fast, the Philippines is powered by a young, ambitious population, one of the youngest in Asia. This is a generation that grew up connected to the world, fluent in technology, and driven to rewrite the story of their nation. Look at the map. Look at where the Philippines sits, the very heart of Southeast Asia. A strategic location between global shipping routes, emerging markets, and technological hubs. Where others see distance, the Philippines sees opportunity. Economists are beginning to pay attention. Investors are turning their gaze. And neighboring countries? Some are starting to realize that the Philippines' rise might happen faster than anyone expected. This is not a story of slow progress. This is the story of a nation quietly preparing for a leap. Momentum is powerful, but what truly fuels a nation's rise is how that momentum is used. And in the Philippines, that energy is beginning to take shape across industries, communities, and global connections in ways that many are overlooking. In the heart of Metro Manila, new business districts are rising fast. Sleek towers, innovation hubs, and buzzing streets where young entrepreneurs are turning ideas into reality. The Philippines isn't just consuming technology anymore. It's starting to create it, pushing forward fintech, software development, and AI-driven solutions that rival regional players. But the story doesn't end in the cities. Across provincial towns and rural communities, digital infrastructure is expanding. Fiber cables are reaching remote areas, solar projects are powering homes, and local entrepreneurs are linking their products to the world through e-commerce. What was once disconnected is now becoming part of a much larger economic network. And then there's the Filipino workforce abroad, millions strong. For decades, they've been the world's nurses, seafarers, engineers, caregivers, and innovators. But now something is changing. Many are returning home, bringing capital, global experience, and a renewed vision to invest in their country. Small businesses are sprouting. Real estate is developing. Innovation is returning home. Add to that, the strategic industries emerging inside the country. Renewable energy projects that aim to power the archipelago sustainably. Manufacturing zones attracting foreign investments. A booming tourism sector that's rebounding stronger than ever. And a digital services industry that continues to dominate the global outsourcing scene. The Philippines isn't just catching up. It's building its own lane. With a blend of resilience, youthful energy, and global connection that many of its neighbors are beginning to envy. This isn't a distant dream. The pieces are already moving. And as they lock into place, the region might soon witness a surprising shift in power. When a nation starts to rise, the world often reacts in two ways. It watches, or it prepares. And as the Philippines accelerates, many countries are starting to realize this isn't just an economic story. It's a strategic shift. The Philippines sits at one of the most important crossroads in the world. Its sea lanes carry some of the busiest trade routes on Earth. Its alliances stretch across Asia, the West, and the Pacific. And as global powers compete for influence, the Philippines finds itself in a position not of weakness, but of growing leverage. Imagine this. A country with a young, skilled population, rapidly advancing industries, a booming digital economy, and control over critical sea routes. That's not a follower. That's a regional player with global weight. Neighboring nations, once seen as far ahead, are now facing their own challenges. Aging populations, slowing economies, and political shifts. Meanwhile, the Philippines is still in the early stages of its climb, with decades of potential growth ahead. And here's the twist. The strength of the Philippines doesn't just come from power plays or policies. It comes from its people, their adaptability, warmth, intelligence, and relentless drive. This combination of human spirit and strategic positioning is something no nation can easily replicate. As industries grow, alliances deepen, and global attention sharpens, the Philippines may no longer be seen as the potential of tomorrow, but as the powerhouse of today. The world may not be fully ready for how fast this transformation will happen, but the Philippines is.